Hi guys, Danny at DW Aquatics. Basically wanted to do a quick video on filtration of the fish room. Now we don't use anything posh, we don't use sumps, we don't use power filters, we don't use external filters, we don't use nothing like that. All we use is sponge filters. Why do we use sponge filters? Because one, it's massively easier to maintain these little gadgets over a sump. Two, we keep a lot of many different species of fish. So for instance, in this tank we've got rummy-nosed tetras. In that tank is our breeding pair of Apistogramma cacatoides. In this tank is a small group of Crebensis, the Pelvicochromis pulcher. In this tank is a large group of neons, and so forth and so forth. So basically our fish collection is massively diverse, basically due to the custom that we get. We sell a lot of fish as well as breed, so we are an online based shop if you haven't heard of us yet. So yeah, anyway, back to the topic. Basically, with these little filters, they're small, they're not horrendous to look at. They're easier to clean, they're easier to maintain all round. In my eyes, they're better than a sump, because like I said, you can have one bank of tanks like this 4 foot, which is split in 4, and you can have the waters all different. So say for instance, this tank could have a pH of 6, and that tank could have a pH of 8, and that tank could have a pH of 7, and so forth. So yeah, basically I think that these filters are better than a sump, at least in a fish room. Obviously big shops open to the public and stuff, that they have sumps for basically make it easier for them during water changes. They haven't got to have nasty hoses everywhere and such. But yeah, so we don't just use these sponge filters, we've got these sponge filters, and then we've got up in this tank, we've got those sponge filters, and then we go across and we've got the bigger ones again. Sorry, it's not making it out very well, so we'll just go to the next tank that's got the same sponge filters as this one. Those are the biggest sponge filters. They do tanks up to 380 litres, so even though this is only a 55 gallon tank, we've still got 2 in. So basically this is our Malawi display. Although it looks empty and sort of no life, there is actually a group of fish in here. They're just pretty shy. Moving on, then we've got, hello babies, we have the smallest, I think they're the smallest sponge filters that you can possibly get. These are great for little tanks. So this tank is a 12 inch by 8 inch by 8 inch, just grow out tanks. It's got a massive group of Cryptocara mori. The camera's not focusing in very well, sorry guys. I'll do another video for those. And then the last of the sponge filter range we use is that one. We'll go over to another tank. So these ones, which are, I'd say these filters are the one down from the big 380 sponges. And then the sponge filter in this tank, I'd say was the one down from the previous one, and then the dual sponge filters are the one down from that filter, and then the single ones are one down from this filter. But yeah, basically they're easy to maintain. They aerate the tanks at the same time and give you, you know, a fair bit of water movement, as you can see on my surface there. Yes, they do take quite a bit of air pressure to get them going, especially these bigger ones. and even more so for the big 380 litre ones. So you know, I wouldn't suggest going out and buying one of the small Tetra Tech air pumps and trying to power numerous of those, because it's just not going to work. These ones and the small single ones, however, don't need a lot of pressure at all to get going, so these are running with the valves practically closed. And that's about it, guys, really. These filters, they're good for biological filtration as well as mechanical filtration. So in terms of mechanical filtration, these will, you know, any bits of floating food and stuff you've got going around, these will suck it all in and keep it there, basically, without all the particles flying all around your tank. And in terms of biological filtration, they've got a massive surface area, since the sponges are quite an open pore sponge, so they've got a large surface area for all that. I think it's aerobic, or it might be anaerobic bacteria, which basically grows all on the sponge, and basically keeps your ammonias, your nitrates, your nitrites and all the other sort of water conditions down. And as far as sponge filters go, they're easy to connect. It's literally just 4mm air hose down onto the little nozzle that's on the top, and then basically air's forced down. There's like on the inside, it's just like a plastic tube, air's forced down, water's sucked in, and at the same time of water being sucked in, any particles are being sucked in at the same time. And then basically, as all that's processing, all the air gets forced out through the top, which gives you all those bubbles, and at the same time gives you a decent amount of surface area movement, and obviously aerates the tank pretty well as well. So that's it, guys. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already, comment, ask any questions you might like, and we'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.